Hey guys, so today I'm talking about Fanbase Wars. Now, as many of you know, there are quite a few fan bases that have arguments all the time, like constantly, and it gets really annoying, especially on Twitter when you see it. Many of the ones that I'm familiar with, because I'm part of TW Family, is the Directioner and TW Family Fanbase War. This is one that has been going on forever. It just feels like it's never ending and it's never going to stop. So, just to put it in simple form, many of the things that happen is like when Max's dog died. Almost everybody in that are directioners thought it could be funny to turn around and say, I'm happy that he died and all of this. It's not nice to say something like that. And they kind of done the same again when Nathan's dogs just died like a week ago. Some directioners were really horrible. Just turn around and say, I'm not sorry. Like, they sort of like tag, rest in peace, Harry. And me was trending that for his dog. And then they had the cheek to turn around and say, oh, we thought this was about Harry Styles. Whoops, my mistake. Grow up, it's just a dog. It's not fair. Like, we would be sympathetic towards them if they ever lost a pet or if one of their members got really hurt. I do love The Wanted. I have been a fan since the beginning when they released All Time Low. But I also like One Direction. I am both a Directioner and TW Family. I don't see anything wrong with this. So, Fanbase Wars, what are they? Just when fan bases don't get along. That is seriously all it is. They just argue, they want to find flaws in somebody else, they'll make up stupid little names to try and upset the other fans in that fan base because they've hurt their idol, and it's not nice. I don't know if there's any YouTubers like fan bases that argue one with another. I know that Amazing Phils, like Phillians and Dinosaurs, loads of them unite because Dan and Phil work together a lot of the time. So then you've got the fandom. I belong to the fandom. I love both Dan and Phil. I don't see how many people could be like, oh, I like Dan, but I don't like Phil. It's not on. You don't say that to a Phillian because it could really upset them. And most of the time, what people don't think is how the people in that fan base are going to be feeling. Especially if certain fans are targeted, some of them could be feeling suicidal. And then they have other people slagging off their like idols, and we could just push them over the edge some of the time. And especially their idols, like the people in the fans. Like, say Dan, if Dan saw a horrible comment about Phil, it could really upset Dan. And if some of you don't know, Dan is not on fire. It could upset him, like, because Amazing Phil is his best friend. They've been friends for ages, and it could really upset him. And because sometimes it's not nice what you see about other people saying stuff about you, and if people aren't there to support you, then what's the point, really? Like, you kind of give up hope, and then you think, oh, no one's enjoying my stuff, I might as well stop. And many people leave their careers because they can't impress everybody, and it's stupid. It needs to stop, in all honesty, because one day someone's going to push it too far, and either the other person, like the other group or the other YouTuber, the other actor, whatever it is that people are fighting over, is just going to say, I've had enough. Could you imagine? Many of us would be so heartbroken if, say, I don't know, say if Amazing Phil was getting hate constantly, day in, day out, just constant, all the time. Like, people saying, I don't like him, he needs to grow up, he needs to stop acting all over about lions. He could just turn around and say, right, that's it, I'm not making no more YouTube videos, and walk out. None of us would want that at all. Every single Phillian would be so upset. And it gets to that point. People do walk out. People just say, I've had enough, and go. So, that is my short kind of video about why people need to stop with these fanbases wars. I love every single fanbase. Sometimes I don't agree with what's being said in them, but you can't change that. It's not something we have control over. So, until next weekend, Bye guys!